Hi, welcome to the Art of Shame-Free Living podcast. Hopefully you've enjoyed these last few weeks that we did some subconscious practices and meditations to help move the emotion through your body. Again, it might feel disconnected, but it's so connected. And as you really, truly get into the sitting and the feeling of the things, you will feel the connection. You will feel very different on the other side. You will feel truth. Before, it's like those shame lies, like, are you doing enough? Do you have enough? Are you enough? Is there something wrong with you? Do you belong? Like, am I wanted? Am I loved? Right? Those are the questions we're asking. We just go around the world continuously asking those questions subconsciously in every moment, usually not being validated enough for them. And that is where those triggers are coming from. And on the other side of the feeling, I find the truth of like, I feel grounded in my body. I feel safe. I feel secure. I feel peace. I feel trust. I feel that everything is happening in the way that it needs to happen and in the timing it needs to happen. Okay, so today I want to talk about selflessness. The thought came to me the other day, I don't believe in selflessness. I think that selflessness can often lead us to shame. I think that it's like two ends of a spectrum, like selflessness and selfishness, and neither of them are good for us. So I'm going to explain a little bit about what I believe. I wrote it down in my journal the other day, and I just have my journal out here so that I can share what it is that I want to share. But this is what I wrote it. I don't believe in selflessness. I believe in selfness. When we lose ourselves, who are we? Where are we? What is our purpose? It is a surefire path to overwhelm, burnout, regret, resentment. Selfness, however, comes from within. It comes from the fullness from within. I know who I am. I am whole. I am fullness. I am divine. Those are the truths that come to us through the feeling. From that space, we don't constantly question our identity. And then we can be in true service where it flows through us. It doesn't take from us. It doesn't feel like we don't have enough capacity. It doesn't feel like people are constantly taking until I have this empty cup that will never be full again. It feels like it fuels us. It feels like it flows out. And we also know when to rest, when to pause, how to take care of ourselves. Contrast this with constantly questioning. Am I enough? Do I have enough? Do I do enough? Do I belong? Am I loved? Does anyone see me? Am I valued? Am I heard? Am I understood? Is there something wrong with me? This shame keeps us turned inward, selfishness. But we wear it as a badge of honor and we call it humility, selflessness. Self-loathing will never be humility. Selflessness is losing of the self. I love this quote from Andrea Gibson, one of my favorite authors who passed away recently. And they said, in any moment on any given day, I can measure my wellness by this one question. Is my attention on loving or is my attention on who isn't loving me? And I love that. Is it on outward, who am I loving, or inward, who isn't loving me? When I think about the perfect example of selfness, the fullness of myself flowing out, I think of Jesus. Jesus Christ was the complete example of this in his ministry. He knew who he was. He knew his mission and purpose. He knew of his divinity. He knew how deeply he was loved, wanted, and connected. He brought that energy of true love and belonging with him wherever he went. And out of it flowed his service, his miracles, his ministry, his selfness. We can't jump to service, to love, to compassion, to empathy without finding it in ourselves first. We go within, we find us, we find our selfness. And all that we want to be, we want to have, and we are, flows from within. This is selfness, not selflessness. And when you are full of self and you're not constantly questioning, you can truly serve. You can truly be in community. You can truly be in connection. I think that healing isn't individualistic. It's not like, now I'm healed, so I'm good. So like, peace out, world. It's like, no, now I want other people to have this too. But it has to come from fullness, or it takes and takes and takes and feels like I have this cup that's continuously emptying until I have nothing left and I'm just this ghost and people are trying to grasp at me and there's nothing there. And I say that out of my own self because I have felt that way before. That is how it felt inside of me before, and still does sometimes. But when I can remind myself of this fullness, of this selfness, it doesn't feel graspy. It doesn't feel like it takes. It feels like it flows, feels like it's constantly giving. It feels like it's looking outward. It's moving outward. And that is the feeling that I feel after I do those practices. That is how I did it on me. That is how I got to this space where I truly feel aligned, congruent, grounded, connected to self, connected to divine, connected to the divine within self. I hope that you're on this journey too. And I hope that my words can help spark some truth that's within you that feels connected to these words too. And that you can ask yourself, what is my next small step? What do I do from here? Where do I go from here? And know that it's possible for you too. Thanks for being here. And again, share as always, and we'll see you next week. If you are enjoying these episodes, I would love for you to follow, subscribe, like, share, do all those things so that it can get more out into the world, more out into the algorithm, and join me in this shame-free movement.